The topic solubility of gases in liquids will be discussed in this video. Class 12th Chemistry CBSE Unit 2 Chapter name Solutions. Okay students. Solubility of gases in liquids. First point, gases dissolve in liquids to form homogeneous solutions. So homogeneous solutions mean composition is uniform throughout the solution. Means we see only single phase. How many phases? Only single phase is available throughout the solution. The natural water contains dissolved oxygen that is vital in sustaining all aquatic life in lakes, rivers, sea, etc. We see fishes, they live inside the water, under the water. So how they can survive? The natural water, whatever the water that contains dissolved oxygen, means the oxygen which is dissolved in the water, that is called dissolved oxygen. That is very important for the sustaining of the aquatic life in lakes, rivers, seas. The solubility of a gas in a liquid may be expressed as. So how can you express the solubility term? Solubility of a gas in a liquid, that is very important. So here we are talking about a gas which is going to be soluble in a liquid. Okay, so gas versus liquid. So it can be expressed as volume of the gas in centimeter cube that can dissolve in a fixed volume of the liquid to form the saturated solution at a given temperature. So students, this statement is very important. Volume of the gas in centimeter cube, generally 1 liter equal to 1000 centimeter cube or cubic centimeters. That how much volume that can dissolve in a fixed volume of the liquid to form the saturated solution at a given temperature. Solubility of a gas may also be expressed in terms of molarity or mole fraction of the gas. So already you know, in 11th class we studied what is molarity and what is mole fraction. So solubility of a gas, we can measure or we can express the solubility in terms of the molarity and mole fraction of the gas. Factors affecting the solubility of a gas in a liquid. Okay dear friends, three factors are there. Now we will discuss three factors affecting the solubility of a gas in a liquid. First one, the nature of the gas and the solvent. Second, temperature of the solution. Third factor, pressure. So now we will discuss first factor, the nature of the gas and the solvent. So this is the first factor. Yeah, the solubility of different gases in the same solvent varies considerably. Very simply, the solubility of different gases is different in the same solvent. Just I would like to make you understand in a simple sense, the marks of the different students may different in the same question, in the same exam. Of course, sometimes marks may be equal. Don't consider that one. Just to make you understand, just what I want to say, that the marks of different students may be different in the same exam. So similar manner, the solubility of different gases in the same solvent. That means same solvent means, for example, take the water. Water is fixed, no? Solvent is fixed. Okay. The solubility of the oxygen in the water is different from the solubility of the nitrogen in water. So that is the meaning of the statement. So statements are very important in physical chemistry. Okay. So blindly don't follow this statement. For example, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. dissolve in water only to a small extent, whereas gases like ammonia, sulfur dioxide, etc. are highly soluble in water. So this is the data, experimental data. That means here the solubility varies. Look at it, varies from substance to substance. Nitrogen N2H2 just this dissolve to a small extent, but in the case of ammonia, highly soluble in water. Yeah, next, oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide CO2 are much more soluble in ethyl alcohol. So O2 oxygen, O2 molecular weight 32, N2 molecular weight 28, CO2 C12, this is 32. So just I would like to give some information only. So these are much more soluble in ethyl alcohol than in water at the same temperature and pressure. Okay. On the other hand, gases like ammonia NH3 and hydrogen disulfide HDS are less soluble in ethyl alcohol than water at the same temperature and pressure. So this is the data only for understanding. Okay, no need to by heart. Okay, this is the nature of the gas and the solvent. Effect of temperature. Second factor, the solubility of a gas decreases with increase of temperature. Why? Okay, first of all, when you go to the shop, just ask any soft drink like Pepsi, Sprite, Mirinda, whatever it may be. Generally, all the soft drinks are stored inside the refrigerator or under the cold conditions. Why? Because CO2, carbon dioxide, is dissolved in the soft drinks. That's why the solubility of a gas decreases with increase of temperature. Means reverse sentence, the solubility of a gas increases with decrease of temperature. Okay, that's why they are stored inside the refrigerator, otherwise under the cold conditions. When you take the soft drink out of the refrigerator, what will happen? There is a temperature difference, so solubility of a gas decreases. Then you don't get gas outside just if you open, no use. So the solubility of a gas decreases with increase of temperature. Why? We know the statement, but what is the reason behind this one? Now we will see the answer. Okay. In general, gases dissolve in a liquid with evolution of heat. Evolution of heat is called exothermic process. Can you define exothermic process? Yes, we can define exothermic. We have studied in the class 10th standard, 9th standard exothermic and endothermic. So what is an exothermic process? The process in which evolution of the heat happens, otherwise heat is evolved or released. So gases dissolve in a liquid. Take the liquid, if you send the gas, otherwise if you dissolve a gas into the liquid, that process is an exothermic process. That means heat is evolved. Now look at the, yes, this is very important. Actually we don't know this statement, but this is the exact answer. Gases dissolve in a liquid with evolution of the heat, exothermic process. Gas plus solvent, solvent it is the liquid, gives rise to the solution. We will get some solution. Along what will happen? Some heat is also released. Okay. So in accordance with Le Chatelier's principle, the increase in temperature will result in decrease in solubility of the gas. So most of these students, you know, in accordance with the Le Chatelier principle, we discussed and we studied in 11th standard what is Le Chatelier principle in chemical equilibrium. Okay, anyone, can you define the Le Chatelier principle? At least do you have any idea about the Le Chatelier principle? Okay, just revise the topic. Just I would like to give you some data about the Le Chatelier's principle. Okay, when a system at equilibrium is subject to a stress means change in temperature or change in pressure or change in concentration, then the equilibrium shifts towards the direction in which the stress may be cancelled. Okay, it is, leave it. Okay, Applications, I hope that you know. In accordance with the Le Chatelier's principle, according to the Le Chatelier principle, for exothermic process or for exothermic reaction, increase in temperature favors or unfavor? Unfavor. Okay, not favorable. Forward reaction is not, increase in temperature is not favorable for forward reaction according to the Le Chatelier principle. So gas plus solvent gives rise to solution plus the heat. This is exothermic reaction. So exothermic reaction or exothermic process, low temperature is a favors. So if you increase the temperature, increase in temperature will result in decrease in solubility of the gas. So that decrease in temperature is favor for this reaction. Okay. Note, gases like hydrogen and inert gases whose solubility increases slightly with increase of temperature, especially in a non-aqueous solvents like alcohols, acetone, hydrocarbons, etc. Just have a look. Just have a look on note. So here the main important this one, yeah. Gases dissolve in a liquid. This is the exothermic process. According to the Le Chatelier principle, when it is the exothermic process, increase in temperature is not favored. So which is favored? Low temperature favors the forward reaction. This is very, very important. Okay, just to go back to the 11th class textbook and have a look what is the Le Chatelier principle. What does it tell? What are the applications of the Le Chatelier principle? So it is the application of the Le Chatelier's principle. I hope that you have understood. Effect of pressure. This is the third factor. The solubility of gases increases with increase of pressure in accordance with Le Chatelier's principle. Please just go back and have a look what is Le Chatelier's principle and check the applications of Le Chatelier principle. Yeah, now here, see all of you. Yeah, this is liquid. Some gas is dissolved into the liquid. This is the piston. Some weight is applied. So increasing the weight or applying the weight force means indirectly we are applying the pressure. Okay, so piston is present, some weight. This is the piston. Piston present means okay. Now here some amount of gas is dissolved into the liquid. This is the liquid solution. All these are the gas molecules. Now this is in equilibrium state. This is in equilibrium state. That means there is no disturbance. Everything is settled. Okay. Okay, come to this one. So now this is the piston. We are increasing the weight or we are increasing the force from the outside. Means if you increase the weight, pressure will increase ultimately. No doubt at all. Because how can you define the pressure? Pressure is the force per unit area. Okay. So whatever come to here, W1, W1, W2, W3. So now pressure is increased in this case. Here pressure is comparatively, this is the low pressure. From here to here, pressure increased. Now what will happen? Look at here. When pressure increases, here number of molecules, number of gas particles which are striking the liquid surface are less when compared to here. When you are increasing the pressure, what is happening? What is your observation here? Just the number of gas particles, check here, compare here, 1, 2, 3. This is for explanation only, not in, okay, just roughly. Here let 1, 2, 3, very less number of gas particles are striking the surface of the liquid solution. This case W1 case, when come to the W1, W2, W3 means there is an increase in the pressure. When the pressure is increased, just piston comes down, so then check the number of molecules, gas particles, 1 2 3 4 5 6. That means the number of gas particles striking the liquid surface increases. Okay, so when there increases means solubility increases. Now see, okay, this will increase the number of gaseous particles per unit volume over the solution. This will increase the number of gaseous particles per unit volume. This represents this one. That means when weight is increased W1, W2, W3, the second case, this will increase the number of gaseous particles per unit volume over the solutions. This one, you get number of gaseous particles per unit volume over the solution increases. This is the solution. Over the solution, number of gas particles increases. Which case? When the pressure is increased. As a result, more molecules strike the surface of the liquid. We have discussed now. And more molecules will dissolve. And the solubility of gas will increase until a new equilibrium is reached. Because when you come from this to this, when you are increasing the pressure, equilibrium is disturbed. When equilibrium is disturbed, the number of molecules, because the number of molecules striking the surface of the liquid increases. Okay, then solubility increases. Again, what will happen after some time? New equilibrium is reached. That means there will be no disturbance. That is the meaning of the statement. This is the effect of pressure. We will discuss effect of pressure in detail next. That is called Henry's law. What is Henry's law? We will discuss later. That is very, very important. Okay, thank you for watching my video. I hope that you have understood. For queries, you can contact me directly to my WhatsApp number 8985923852. Okay, thank you.